the star power.
I will.
Welcome to Talk to Ya, the father and daughter podcast that you never heard of nor asked for. Yeah, that's right. I'm Ari.
I thought you were Aaron and I'm Ari.
Well, then you're getting older than I thought.
Listen, before
Talk
we
to
even
me.
get started, well, we're started. We're
started. We're here. We're
Mom made some oven pork ribs,
awesome
and she did a great job. They were tender, they were juicy, a lot of heat.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to call the fire department practically because I started to eat it. You know, the heat was coming on slow, right? And then as you pile it on, more heat comes. All of a
You
sudden,
feel it in your rectum.
I'm coughing, right? That dry cough,
Yeah.
right?
No, you know what? You know what Remy does? She goes, who's my best friend, by the way. She goes, when she eats something spicy.
I only wish that helped.
It doesn't, but it's like a reaction.
Anyway, it cost me $500 for the fire department to come over. I had to hose me.
Reinstall a new toilet.
Hose me down. But wait, so I'm getting. So Mom says, "Are you okay?" I go, "No, I'm
Gasping
okay.
for life.
I'm okay, Mom."
Gasping for air.
Anyway.
Well, one thing.
But they were good. I mean, hey, off the bone, in the oven. That's technique.
Oh no, one thing about Mom, she knows how to cook any meat, beef, poultry, anything. Like, she knows how to season it, how to cook it, and for me personally, if I had those ribs, I'd probably be fine. My spice meter is a lot more tolerant from yours. But for obvious reasons, I have the Colombian blood in me, and that tells you that. So.
Okay.
One thing I do know, though, is after tonight, you will need to hug a plumber because they'll be dealing with your toilet. I'm giggling because today is National Hug A Plumber Day.
Okay. I mean, let's
it's
obviously
National Hug A Plumber Day.
All right.
Why do they come up with these? Who comes up with these? We don't know. We just announce them. But what I do know is, I guess they all deserve a hug, but not after, a long day of work. At least not after a shower or before a shower.
All right, let's start here. I think I just burped.
I
don't know if you heard that or not.
I mean, maybe you did, but excuse you.
I'm about to say excuse me if I did.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was eating this, what are these things?
Oh, the candy bars that Mom got us all for Easter.
Tony's Chocolonely, I guess. It's an LA candy bar.
Tony Chocolonely.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Anyway, they're good. But anyway,
they're delicious.
No, they are good. Anyway, look, I have seen sewage disasters over 40 years in my career.
In your toilet alone.
In a week. Oh, God. No, they got a guy at the end of this sewer line where I live just for me. Okay.
Just for you.
He's cleaning stuff up. I don't know what he's doing, but
Look down. Look down. Sweet Jesus, hear
my
prayer.
God. All right, listen to me. Listen to me, young lady.
Look down. Sweet Jesus isn't there.
I have seen a lot, and let's just call it what it is. Shit. In
malarkey.
Boiler rooms flooding.
Ooh.
And sewage and everything. This is what happens in my business. And for many, many years, I was like down in the ditches, not like literally standing in it, but I was like right outside of wherever it was, getting people to come in, do what they have to do, blah, 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 which I haven't done in many, many years, thank God, and won't.
Mm-hmm.
But the point of it is the people that have to do all that work are plumbers, man, and they have to go through. I mean,
I
these
salute them.
people, they're like heroes.
I mean, they are. They're not like heroes. They are heroes.
Okay,
They're they're
now
septic heroes.
they're septic, and we don't mean septic as in your I'm septis
Well, no,
septis.
but like
We mean
septic.
septic as in tank.
Yeah,
But here's the deal. With all that said, and they deserve every bit of it, and they don't get paid enough either.
of
Except in
course,
San Francisco, they get paid a lot of money. Most of these plumbers.
as
But
they
anyway,
should.
here's my point. As they should. But here's my point. When they come into your house,
Mm-hmm.
they're coming in with all those tools
Mm-hmm.
and those snakes and all of that stuff that they
Covered.
just have gone into hundreds of previous
Mm-hmm.
homes.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're taking that snake
And put in it.
and they're putting it down your toilet, down your shower, down your kitchen
Throat.
sink, and then they got to take it out, splatter, splatter. You understand what I'm saying?
You're
Now,
talking to a class A germaphobe here. It's something I think about very often. It's why I try to handle matters my own before calling one.
uh,
Not that I don't trust them.
no,
That's not the issue.
you're doing the right thing. But here's what I'm saying. You're absolutely right because your mother's like you and your sister's like you. So I was
No, and
living
let me
with three
tell you.
germaphobes. Okay.
Let me tell you how germophobic we are, and this is something I get from my mother, and it's something that I know. Some may agree with, some may disagree with.
Go ahead, blame your mother. Go ahead. No,
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, I'm just
we
kidding.
don't use toilet plungers. So if a toilet clogs, we don't use a plunger. This is what I do. Her and I are a bit different. Here's what I do. Usually, the reason why my toilet's clogged is not because of a giant poop. It breaks down the poop pretty well, and it actually, the way it maneuvers, it actually slides most of it down before, that's
Okay.
not the issue.
No.
I mean, it depends on how you shit, but
Yeah.
the issue is it'll usually be too much toilet paper, wipes,
Oh,
whatever.
that is correct.
So what I do, and I would have to say 9.9, like that's how many times it works. This will work if I just get my toilet brush and kind of fish out some of the loose toilet paper. It loosens it and it usually goes down.
Easier
Then
to
if
go
that
down.
doesn't work, I actually use the toilet brush like you would a plunger, but because it doesn't have a suction, it's not splashing everything around. I'm just kind of like giving light pressure, and then it loosens it. I'm telling you, it works almost every time. If not, I do what Mom does. We get the long little wooden sticks that we have and kind of poke it around and break it up, and then, And listen, I get it. A plunger is easier. A plunger may be better. But all I think about is shit air splashing at me.
And what happens when you pull that plunger out of the toilet, even onto like a piece of newspaper?
Doesn't matter.
At some point. Okay, listen. So you understand that I have dealt with thousands of plugged up toilets
Oh, I bet.
in my career.
Yeah.
And here's my point. Generally speaking, they're a result of people putting too much toilet paper down the toilet.
Right.
And putting in what they refer to as biodegradable wipes, which really still screw up the system.
Yeah.
And it's not that your toilet gets plugged up. It's
Right.
like all those wipes down the drain into the sewer system of the building first, and then all of a sudden they pile up and pile up and pile
I hate
up.
you're telling me this. This is why I need a bidet, because I need my baby wipes. Listen. Toilet paper, I get it. It'll do the job if you use enough. I need that security of a baby wipe. I really do.
I get it.
I
Don't
really
get me
do.
wrong.
So maybe
But
a
if I-
bidet is the answer.
Right, but if I am your landlord
Mm-hmm.
and my plumbers pull that stuff out of your toilet, you're paying for that plumber. All right, let's go.
Well,
National
happened
Plumbers Day, we salute you because hey,
Yeah,
you are heroes.
we will
This is-
hug you.
Well,
And
hey, listen, It ain't like electricians, okay? Electricians don't really have a dirty job, okay? They have a
Well,
whole different
it's
type of job.
dangerous on a different level, but again, not as stinky.
Dangerous, yes. But here's the other thing. What I've noticed about a lot of the plumbers that have come through my office over the years, they
Hmm.
rarely get sick.
Well, I mean, maybe yeah, the built immunity through time, and then maybe
Yes.
because they're so aware of how to whatchamacallit, protect yourself,
No,
like from, okay, well,
no,
well, you know
not
what?
at all. Here's the
Giving
deal.
them the
Hey,
benefit of
the
the doubt.
boots, the boots, the boots, they're always it. Here's the deal. No, they get a little bit of everything every single day. So
And
they build up these
something
immunities.
we didn't even address is the crack elephant in the room. So listen, plumbers, we get it. You have the crack. We respect it. We will still hug you as long as you pull up your pants up with it. Because I don't want to. I'm a short gal. If I come around the waist and if I feel, and I know those cracks are not sweatless. Okay, it's swampy. They're swampy in there. So I don't want to. I don't want to dingle my hand down and then
Oh
feel
my
something
god.
wet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, unless it's a girl's butt crack. Okay, look, here's the deal.
Unless it's a girl's butt crack. You sound like my school bullies. But no, okay. Something
What else
similar
is on your
on
mind?
the track of
Oh, wait,
because
wait,
we love
wait,
bathroom jokes.
wait, wait, wait,
Okay,
wait.
Aaron.
One more quick piece of business. We have found, for whatever reason, that we're talking over each other when this thing goes out to the real world.
Right.
So I am going to take a long pause between each conversation. But
It's
anyway, we got to try our best, and then we're going to figure out why. And then I'm going to sue the company that I don't pay for that puts this stuff on the air that allows us to do this for free,
Well, no,
which I've
listen,
never.
it's
Yeah,
it's technical difficulties with the program we use to record this, and
we think,
I'm not gonna name names. I think everyone can figure it out. But
but it's
but
definitely not us. Is that what you finally concluded?
no, it's
It's
not us because there's certain things where I would have answered questions before you finished them. And I mean, I'm good, but I'm not that good. So listen,
pause, pause.
wait 5 minutes, okay?
I mean, they do this in what do you call it? The stupid shows in the middle of the day, the soap operas.
Oh yeah.
You know, they have that awkward pause, which isn't even awkward to the actors anymore. They've been doing it. That's just they stare,
They're so
and
used
then
to
it goes
it.
on to commercial. Or it goes on. All right. Anyway, I don't want to bore everybody with the
Yeah, I was gonna
details.
say, boring me. Um,
Next, talk to me.
so there's a lady that I know, you and I have been talking about lately. She sells her farts in a jar.
I think on OnlyFans, right? Is she the one that's on
She has
OnlyFans?
OnlyFans. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if she sells them through OnlyFans, maybe, but she sells her farts for up to $1,000 in a jar. She's from 90 Day Fiance. Her name is Stephanie Mateo, I think. Let me.
What? Who?
Yeah,
I
or
watched
Matto.
most of those.
Stephanie Matto.
Hold on, just a.
She was on 90 Day Fiance,
Hold on.
and
You
and
yeah, go ahead. Go
and
ahead.
yeah, you look it up while I give more information.
Hold on. I'm talking to Siri. Stephanie
Matto.
Mateo. Okay, hold on. Hold on.
No, Matto.
Show me Stephanie Matto. I just want to see her face. There's
90
no
Day
con.
Fiance.
No.
Say Stephanie Matto. 90
Stephanie
Day.
Matto, 90 Day Fiance.
She makes a
She's
thousand.
calling. She's calling Stephanie. It was calling. It was calling that person. Do you have a picture? Like, can you? Oh, you can't. Anyway, I'll
No, I
look at it later.
can't.
Do you remember what her storyline was? Who the
I don't
boyfriend?
know anything about her. You okay? Listen, I'm gonna be truthful and honest here. You told me to look up this girl
Yeah.
Who sells her farts in a jar? So I did, and I
Yeah.
got the facts. And you won't even let me finish the facts because you don't even believe me.
Mateo. Mateo.
No, no
Oh, no, I
E.
got it. I got it. 90 Day Romance.
It's 90 Day Fiance.
Oh my God. No, no. Of course I know her, that slut.
Oh
Yes.
my God,
Oh
shut
no. Come
up.
on. Okay, look. I'm just kidding.
No,
Look.
and listen, no, no. Let me
Yeah.
tell you because I've got the facts.
Oh my God.
She had to go to the doctor because she was forcing her farts too much.
Yeah.
She had to go to the doctor because she was getting like, too many demands because people were buying it, I don't know, for real or for novelty, but regardless, she had to go to the doctor for farting too much.
I am. Let me just say this. I mean, as I don't even know how to describe her. As strange as she was on the show,
Mm-hmm.
and as low as she would go in some cases, this shocks me that this woman is the one that does this.
Wow.
But I get why. She has a big base. She's an
Clearly a
attractive.
big bass, if you know what I'm talking about. A
She's
super
very.
bass, as Nicki Minaj would say.
There you go. She's attractive, pretty girl. Has a great personality. But oh my God, I don't even want to go there. Okay,
But
what else
rips
does she
ass
sell?
for free, not for free, for the opposite of free. But yeah, no,
But
I mean, no,
tell her what else she sells.
I don't know. What else does she sell?
Skin,
Oh yeah, nails and stuff like that, right?
nail clippings.
But I doesn't she like not sell dirty underwear or like,
I,
which is just like funny because you think she would out of maybe
that's the
socks or
only.
something, socks, underwear, you know.
Well, first of all, I think that's the only underwear that she owns is dirty underwear.
Well, there you go.
But anyway, I am shocked that this is her. We won't go anymore. But yeah, what else?
Yeah.
Saliva. Oh, saliva. She does the saliva too, I think.
Oh, the saliva. Well,
Right,
now they
right.
have her DNA. Now she will be cloned.
But here's,
Um,
but here's as bad as that is. As bad as that is, at least she's making money doing it.
I mean, yeah, it's
Wait,
not
wait.
that. It's not.
How
It's not
about the
that
people that are buying it?
buying it. That's my
This is
point.
the sickness.
It's really not that weird to sell it. It's just like, I mean, it's really, if you think about it on a take out all societal whatever from it, it's just doing basic natural human things, like doing the most basic thing you can do and getting
Yes.
the most money for it.
But what is the reason why they're being purchased? Let's go.
Well, there's a million reasons, but I
What
think
are most of them?
primarily for
Yeah.
fetish sake.
Oh, there you go.
But it's
Okay.
not like you have to engage in it other than just sending it to the address.
I'm just saying that
I'm
generally
just saying.
it's either a fetish scenario or a sexual fantasy or kind of a combination of the both.
Or
Oh,
cloning.
here, oh, okay. But here's my point, okay? It's bad enough to sell it, but you're making money doing it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
But
think it's
here's
that.
the
I don't
people
think it's
that are
that bad.
buying
I
it.
don't
The
really think
people
it's.
that are buying it.
I don't think it's morally bad to do it, but
I didn't say it was
but to
morally
buy
bad.
it, I have different opinions, and
You have to be a sucker to
it's
there
more
are
than a
other
sucker. It's
there are other ways to satisfy your fetish than
I mean,
spending
on a
$1,000.
fart
Which,
jar.
by the way, let me just also say this:
It's just it can't
nobody
even.
knows it's her farts. What? Nobody knows it's her
Well, now
farts.
we do, knowing that she was hospitalized.
No, but she could have farted 10 times a day, but she needs
Yeah,
100 a day. So
yeah.
here's my point: you just get some of that
You know,
whatchamacallit.
you know what I would do is I would put a bunch of jars like all like next to each other.
Next to each other. Yeah.
And then I just kind of like fart and move my butt around so it gets like a equal amount. It's like I'm
Yeah,
pouring
but
the
honey, you
fart
got to have
into.
somebody there to jar them
Well,
right away, or they lose.
I have a lot of friends.
Okay, that's another fetish there.
Now
Watching that.
I had a friend. I won't name drop them, but because I'm not going to spread personal information. But in high school, I was not required, but definitely heavily requested to sit with them in the bathroom while they pooped, and I would do it.
Okay,
I'm a good friend.
another nightmare
Not a
that is
fetish
gonna
thing.
have.
Not I was gonna say it's not a fetish thing. But you did say nightmare, and that got me thinking.
About?
So, what is our phrase here on Talk to Ya?
Talk to me.
Talk to me. Right. To us, it is a humble, wholesome, bonding phrase. It's used to connect. And now, it's being tossed in the mainstream because a horror flick decided to use it. Okay?
Yeah, let me hear about this.
I'm a little upset.
Another lawsuit I'm going to have against somebody. Go ahead.
Bob!
Cough up. From
Bob!
Hyden, Cheatham, whatever the hell they were.
Bob!
Barium.
So yeah, no, I mean it kind of looks interesting, but yeah, it's a horror movie called Talk to Me, and it's like one of those kids daring each other to do this ritual where there's like this hand that has scribble marks on it, and you're supposed to hold the hand and say talk to me, and then you talk to the dead essentially.
Okay.
That's all I know about it. Interesting, whatever. They will be hearing from my lawyer Bob, like yesterday.
Yeah, we're using our nothing. Okay.
Our nothing because we haven't patented shit yet.
Right. Okay. All right. Listen again. While this is hot, and by the way, I'm going to ruin a lot of this by simply saying this.
Right.
Bravo is really screwing up big time. Okay, because they are moving out longer and longer. Now we're here in June, whatever.
I know.
Wait, and when we hear the sit down, wait a minute.
Yeah.
We will already have known there will be nothing shocking to us because we already know everything.
Every little detail at this point.
Bravo has screwed up royally. However, we'll still watch it, of course.
Duh.
But it's really not going to have the same kind of shock to it because we know so much, which is what we're going to get into right now.
Yes.
And then after we talk about the last week's program, we will then talk about the latest in the lives of Tom Sandoval, Raquel, and Ariana specifically. Those three.
Yes.
Okay. So here's what I thought I would do. I mean, you and I talked about this, so it's not like, off the cuff. But I said I would kind of go over kind of what happened in that show.
Right.
And then you and I can talk about these things as they come about. So we can kind of get the whole show under our belt. You know what I mean? Get the whole flavor of this show.
All the flavor.
Reasonable?
I would say so.
Okay. Number two
I might change my mind in 2 minutes.
Okay.
Number two is?
At 71 years old, there's no way I'm going to remember. So I've taken notes.
Of course.
Which I'm not embarrassed to say.
No, it's impressive.
Not taking them or not reading off of them. Neither one is embarrassing.
The people want to know you have done your due diligence and research, okay? Part of that is note taking.
Okay. Here you go.
Talk to me.
This show comes in. It's Tom Schwartz, and it's wait a minute. Excuse me. Hold on here, just to make sure. Tom Schwartz and Raquel making out. That was the previous cut scene. Yeah. Was at the very end of the previous show. They're making out.
Chemistry.
They're away from everybody. They're over this pool on the other side. Blah blah blah. But people see it, and we'll talk about that. And so this show comes into that. They're kissing, and then Raquel's giggling, and she goes, "Ooh," and she's looks like she's kind of turned on by
giddy.
It. Yeah. And she says something like, "Let's go somewhere private." And so they go around the corner to some kind of fenced area, and they start making out a little bit, and then blah blah. Okay. So it starts off with that. Okay. Now, next kind of scene is Sheena calling up Lala, and because Sheena heard, she didn't see it, but she heard. I love the detective work on this.
Oh, I know.
Right. She's heard that those two are making out, but she didn't see it, and so
she goes. Did you see Schwartz and Raquel making out? Kind of like accusatory.
Right. And Lala says no, but Lala tells her, "Hey, you better find out and call me back." In other words, it's your job. And remember, this is her wedding, okay?
Right.
And sure enough, she does. She finds out,
No, I
right?
love it.
And tells him, okay,
So
yeah,
yeah, and what's funny about that too is Lala was already kind of like Sheena and Lala kind of had beef because Lala went to dinner with Katie and what's her face and uh
Christina
Christina
with
Kelly
a
because
K.
yeah. And so like they had that kind of like we'll talk about that later. Like they addressed that moment, but like it was so funny because the priority in that moment, even though they had beef themselves, was did Schwartz and Raquel make out? Because it's red fucking alert if they did.
Exactly. And anyway,
And
and
that's what it was.
that's what it was.
Which is so I'm sorry. It is I know people hate it, I get it, but it is so funny how these women will set aside any differences, no matter how severe,
To
in
get
order
that
to take down
gossip.
someone that's
Right.
fucking with them. And
Right.
if it's relationship like related,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, yeah. And
It's
boy,
so
they found out quick. It didn't take them long.
no, yeah, and I think yeah, it was Brock who saw it.
Yeah, 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 bro. Oh, Claude, I saw it.
Yeah, and he like clapped for it, which
Brock, I
is
can't
like
understand what you're saying, Brock. What'd you say? You got marbles in your mouth.
yeah, he's a bit of a mouth breather.
All right,
I will say.
so now we got the next thing, which is Katie is pissed off,
Of
and
course. And of course I love she goes to dinner with James and on their hate campaign.
and she says, "I hate him."
I
That's her thing now.
I want to light them both on fire.
Right? I want to light them both on fire, right? And then Raquel's talking about. I mean, Lala's talking about Raquel is a whore. As a
Yeah.
matter of fact, she's like those girls that Randall was
Randall.
around.
No, she goes, she triggers me because she's like those girls, you know, and I always said that she's like those girls that
Yeah.
Rand was with. And it's
You
like
mean like you were
yeah.
Lala? Oh,
And
okay.
that's why and you know, I mean, obvious elephant in the room. The thing about Raquel is she's really not that different from a lot of those girls, other than she gave her cards away too quickly. You know what I mean? And kind of took advantage too quickly of her situation. You know what I mean? Everyone at one point you've noticed has messed up. Like people
Oh
bringing
yeah,
up, you know, Sheena. I mean, the whole show starts with Sheena addressing being a homewrecker. You know what I
right.
mean?
With Eddie Ciprian.
Well, yeah, and Brandy Glenville. Which, by the way,
Right.
I know I said this before, and I'll say it again. That transition from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills to the first episode of Vanderpump Rules is historical. It's television excellence. I still get chills when I see it because
Seamless,
it's
seamless.
seamless. And then the fact that it's such a good first episode too, like it's a good combination of episodes. And that first season of Vanderpump Rules arguably is some of the best television we've
They
got
banged
today.
it out, boy. I watched that very first couple of series lately.
Incredible.
They killed it. I mean, and the devil was
Stassi.
Stassi. I mean, she really
Well, yeah, and
was.
I mean that's like the iconic line, I am the devil, you know.
But here's what I noticed, and then we'll get back to this. Jack is more psychotic now than he was then, believe it or not. Even though
I
you think he's
100%
grown up a
agree.
little bit, no, he's even more
He's
psychotic.
brain damaged, that's why. It
Yeah,
gets
and
worse
this
throughout the
guy,
years.
he is stuck in this relationship. He
Oh
doesn't
yeah.
want to be in it.
But he
Believe
has
me when
to.
I tell you.
He
And he's
that's all
got,
he has. That's
okay,
literally all he has. And one last thing, and I don't know if I've said this before either. Literally, Sandoval, Ariana, Jax, Stassi are all cancers. Sheena's a Pisces. No, Sheena's a Taurus, never mind. Kristen's a Pisces. And I think there's a couple of Scorpios. A lot of water signs is all I'm saying. And if you throw a bunch of water signs together, you've got nothing but drama, hatred, and passion.
oh, there you
And
go.
that's what Vanderpump Rules is.
There you go. So
But yeah,
maybe the producers figured that out.
yeah, no, it's crazy. And then what's weird is Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, a lot of cancers too.
Hmm.
Very interesting. All their birthdays around the similar time, and that's how I
They are.
figured.
No, they actually are. You're right about that. Yeah.
Yeah, so
And I don't even want to tell you who's
put that in
coming
your
back.
pipe and smoke it.
I don't even want to tell you who's coming back on that. It disgusts me.
Denise?
No, Denise is okay to come back. That
I was
doesn't
gonna
bother
say I
me.
have no problem.
It's what's her name? The one that was married to Cheers. The oh, God, Kelsey Grammer. What's her name?
Camille's coming back.
Camille's coming back.
No offense, but I kind of love that. Only because no,
Excuse
no,
me.
no, no, no. Because her and Kyle, I love when they butt heads. I really do. I know they might be fine right now, but I love when they argue. Or I love
Yeah.
when she always has to say something too, and that creates a thing. And then with Denise in there, I mean, no, I think that they were smart for putting her back in there.
Well, Denise for sure. We'll see about Camille the boar. All right, let's get back to this.
Okay,
Uh,
so
oh,
okay,
oh, oh,
so
wait,
so
wait,
so
wait, wait. So now, oh yeah, wait, 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 wait. So here was one of the big things.
mhm.
Sandoval, Raquel, she's actually sitting next to him. He's standing up. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Ariana
Raquel,
and
Raquel, Raquel.
yeah, and Sheena are sitting at a table at the dinner. Blah, blah. Sandoval's drunk.
They're all drunk.
Raquel's high as a kite. Um, Ariana, I'm not.
She had
She
something to
wasn't there yet.
you can always hear it in her voice a little bit. I
Right,
can
and then
always hear
Sheena
the
was
little like,
Sheena
slurring.
was Sheena was pretty straight. Anyway,
Well, she was alert as a freaking.
yeah, because she's like, what? And it's Tom. So explain, describe what
Yeah.
happens.
So obviously Ariana and Raquel are talking about what happens, and then Sandoval comes in, and little do we know at this point in their life, but we know now about Sandoval and Raquel, and he goes Raquel, 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 and gets in her face. He gets very in her face, and then they're talking about it. He's acting like he's very excited, and arguably is, because
That
if you
she
think about
kissed
it,
Tom Schwartz.
yeah, that they're getting away with, no
There
one
you
no
go.
one's on to them, which obviously is what Lala said on Watch What Happens Live. It's what everyone's saying. But a part of me also agrees with Gillian Jacobs, who also said, and I kind of heard it in his voice, there was a bit of jealousy coming out in that time, and he was trying to cover it by acting really excited.
I thought it was more in his face, to be honest with you.
I mean, maybe you're
I
right.
saw the jealousy in his face and almost
In his face,
and a
yeah.
little bit of anger.
Yeah. He like his eyebrows were furrowed, and then he threw
Yeah.
which he threw. He didn't give. He threw Schwartz's hotel key at her,
And
which
says to her,
again,
"There's her Schwartz's key."
is like a bit of it's an act of aggression. I'm not trying to read too much into it, but
Talk to me, doctor.
it just reads to me, and now knowing Sandoval's a Cancer men are some of the most jealous people, not to stereotype, but because if he has a thing with Raquel and they're hiding, right? That's already repressing a lot. They might be happy that they're getting away with it, which is why there is that level of excitement. But at the same time, and even though he defends it in future episodes, we're going to see, there's a part of me that knows he doesn't like the actual concept of it. And there's a part of him that just has to deal with that, which is why that came out. But there's no way
Right.
he can express that appropriately and correctly without showing all his cards. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I know what you're saying.
You better know
Throws
what I'm
the
saying.
key. Raquel, and Ariana says,
Oh, yeah.
Tom, she was irritated by that. And I believe she was irritated because I think she was finally sniffing around to
Right.
this. Just kind of, it was just actually, any partner would kind of
Look at
watch this for a
Raquel at
minute and
this
go,
point. Yeah.
what's going on? And Raquel's got a shit-eating grin on her face, by the way.
Yeah.
She
And like
looks like, what, the
spending a
cat
lot
ate
of
the
time
mouse,
with
whatever they
them.
call it now.
Yeah.
And then Sheena's looking like just with the eyes, like, oh shit, I see something going on. All right, so that happens, and then next scene is, hold on here, irritated by that. Sandoval grabs Raquel's. Oh, and
We
then what happens as they walk away?
when Raquel's getting up, what we see on camera, this is all we see. Sandoval's hand gets behind Raquel and gets far enough where we see her hand move it out of the way, right where her tuchus is.
And what the face on her?
She's like, "Stop it!"
Thank you. That was beautiful.
I mean, come on, right in front of our
Do you really have to, Tom? In other words, is it that good? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know he was sex starved with Ariana because he kept talking about it.
Yeah, but also
But
and then obviously this whole like obsession with Raquel. It's just to me, it's like it's gonna fade so quickly because it's so it was so strong. You know what I mean? It's
yeah,
there's this whatever taboo, feeling to it that they have, that we shouldn't be doing this, but like, it feels so right. And now that they have the opportunity, and now that their lives are being ruined, I mean, that magic is gonna go away if there was any real magic like that.
okay, listen, you
So
you you reap what you sow.
So yeah,
All right,
grabs her little butt.
right, okay.
Ariana's pissed off at him. And at this point, Ariana's already kind of like, Ariana's always defended people and always looks at the best in
Oh,
people. But at this
especially
point,
Raquel.
she has been like, Raquel, like, you have to,
Yeah.
like, this isn't good. Like, you shouldn't be doing this. And like, not in any way digging into her. She's being, if anything, a good friend and keeping it real with her about her behavior. You know what I mean? But it's like, I think at this point, if you're a smart person, you put two and two together. Okay, well, she's willing to betray these people in the friend group. What is she willing to do to me after she spent so much time with me and my long-term boyfriend?
Well, and just remember that Ariana's business partner is the one that is
Affected.
affected by this. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. So now we
Something
have
about her is actually about Raquel.
right. Right. All right. Then the next scene is, I love this scene. It's a quickie, but I love it. Tom and Tom's partner in Schwartz and Sandy comes over to visit Lisa, and he's already mentioned this before, but he says it again. And Lisa, to me, should be really embarrassed, to be quite frank.
Of
But she plays
course.
it off like, "Huh, huh, huh." So here's basically this guy's saying, hey, listen, those two idiots that run the show over there, they're idiots. They have learned nothing in this business. It's a nightmare working with this guys.
Right.
And she says basically, well, their personalities, and she's 100% right, because that is the
That's it.
only reason why there is a Tom Tom,
It's just the
not
brain.
because these guys are great barkeeps, okay? But he calls her out on it, and in a way, she's saying to him, "You got suckered."
Kind of, yeah. And yeah.
Right? However, where he didn't get suckered is very simple. Simply put, the boys, Tom and Tom, were idiotic enough to
Put their own
sign that
money.
lease in their own names only, not the partner.
Hmm.
So now they're responsible totally 100% for the rent, which is $25,000 a month. Now, I'm just, I don't know how big the place is. What I see on television, it is not that big. Maybe it's 2,000 square feet. It could be something
Yeah.
like that. So what is that, 2,000
I'd
square
say
feet?
I'd say between 2 and 3, yeah.
Anyway, so whatever. The point of it is they're paying too much money, in my opinion, for where it's located.
Easily.
For where it's located, in a strip center, basically. But whatever. So that's their first mistake.
Right.
And so now this guy is not letting them open. When Tom put his foot down in the last, we're effing opening up, no matter what. He has that look on his face
I
like
don't
he's
care
the
if we have to
Joker.
sell potato chips. Which, by the way, is like the worst thing you can say, because it's like, come on.
Yeah, we're gonna do anything. Okay.
Come on, dude. Like, just like, be more like, there's no pride in these guys anymore. It's all out the window. I mean,
Yeah.
there's
No, no,
no
no. Well,
shame.
no. Tom has, and look, I believe now. I mean, look, people like this become kind of freakish celebrities, and
Yeah.
they sell their farts. You understand what I'm saying? So I mean, this guy could end up making more money off this than ever. You know what I mean? Because
Oh no,
really,
I know. Yeah,
no, no.
that's
I'm just
my
saying. I'm just
yeah.
saying. Look, they're making what the show money. I don't know what he's got. I mean, he's got that band, and I mean, who
That he
really,
pays for, Dad.
really? Okay.
He
Anyway, all right.
pay. Imagine, imagine. paying people to be in a band with you.
Apparently, they do that all the time, according to him.
Which he's not wrong. People do that in the beginning. If you have a solo artist, for example, right? And their career needs to take off, they hire a band, obviously, but
Yeah,
that's someone who is famous and already making money off of
and
being
has
a
it
solo
right, and has
artist.
a record deal with a record
If you were
production
just
company and blah blah.
hiring people to hang out with you and play instruments, that's just sad, man.
You know what? I viewed it as being sad.
Of
I
course,
really did.
of
Like
course,
I was, you're like Tom. You are.
you
What are
poor
you?
schmuck.
You need friends? What the? I don't even. But anyway, listen. And believe me, I still don't know where that money's coming from. And there's no way Ariana's giving that
Club
money up.
deals. Dad,
I
trust me, brand
guess.
deals. Like
Yeah,
we
I know, but I don't know. Do we know? I mean, I've never bothered to see what this guy's got. I
I'm
really
telling
don't.
you, I'm telling you, once they get on these shows, their agents hook them up with everyone, and it's just picking and choosing. And a lot of
Well,
people
no,
with morals, don't choose everything, but this guy has no morals, so he's
well,
probably taking everything he can.
right, but that's over with.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kaput.
Uh,
The
next.
the the spa that him and Raquel went to, which we can talk about that now.
You want
Uh,
to talk about that now? I thought we could talk about it later, but we're certainly
well, we can talk about it later if you want, but it's relevant to what I was saying in
no. Then
terms of
please,
Instagram notoriety.
feel free, sister.
So there was a rumor that Raquel was checked into a mental health facility, implying more of a psych ward situation, but it's really more where she's going, like a couples spa retreat for mindfulness and that kind of thing.
Okay.
That she's with Sandoval,
Okay.
and now we don't, all of these things are, I don't think 100% confirmed, but basically confirmed, and so the I don't know if it's the spa that they went to or one of the restaurants. Regardless, there was one of the locations in Arizona that they went to.
Colorado.
Posted the bar where they had their drinks and had.
Colorado.
It was Colorado? I thought it was Arizona.
Colorado.
Okay, Colorado.
I
And
believe.
they posted the Vanderpump Rules theme song. And so Sandoval reacted by saying he was disappointed in them and, will no longer be using their business
Yeah,
or whatever.
this hotel. Okay, here's what we. Okay, I may be wrong. I think it's Colorado. Her parents are in Arizona.
No, you could be right too.
But
Maybe
here's the
maybe
deal. But
maybe
here's
the
the deal.
Arizona place is something different, but
Here's the
regardless.
deal. What I heard literally today, TMZ, they say Tom was going to go to this spa resort in Colorado, which right off the bat, in everybody's mind, being okay. Well, Raquel's somewhere around there,
Of
right?
course.
Doesn't mean she's literally in there. Maybe she's in her little therapy
Right.
hotel or whatever. Who knows? Now, what's interesting is Raquel actually analyzed her, what I believe is her actual condition.
Oh, yeah, which we
I,
don't
I,
know if
I,
this is coming from her PR
well,
or
that's what's so funny is I
right.
don't even think it's coming from her, but
Right.
it's really what it's about. And let me try to. It's a codependence. She's working on a codependence for intimacy, lack of love, I think.
Right, and intimacy issues.
No, and so she fuels this insecurity
Right.
with wanting to be intimate.
Right.
Okay, and very quickly, I guess, as well, or it's something to this effect. Okay,
Textbook.
but right, this is the point. It's kind of like, yeah. So okay, so now the claim is that originally they reported that it was her going, and then they find out no, it's a couple's place, like he's going, and we still don't know for sure. But what we found out
Yeah.
today was they ain't going there wherever there is because Tom basically called up the manager of the hotel, and rightfully so,
Of course.
because they put it in their social media.
Right.
They
Which
actually,
is just like
right? It's like, are you? I mean, you really need to,
tacky. Oop,
yeah. Oh,
I'm back.
there you go. Yeah, like really, that's the reason why people are going to go to your spa So because Sandoval goes there.
Right.
First of all, man, I don't want to sit on any bench he's been on. Okay.
You and me both. But that's social media nowadays. Like any company who hires these social media content creators, they don't go with they go with what's gonna get views, and they equate that to money. And it can in some sense, not always, but it can in some sense. And so they will intentionally create controversy knowing it'll add more attention to wherever you already know this, but it's just like, yeah, whether it's stupid or not, sometimes it works.
Well, it actually may have worked because now people know that joint.
That's what I'm saying. But
Okay. Anyway, next scene is Schwartz during the night before the wedding. Schwartz goes and he hides behind this little tree and he goes to sit down with Katie and Christina and Lala. Wasn't Lala? Let's see.
no, wait, are we
Oh
talking?
no! First he
No,
sits
no, no,
down
no,
with
no. We're talking about Katie and Christina Kelly, who have their separate dinner. He comes, sits down. Oh,
and,
wait, you're
no
talking.
about the clipping the armpit hair.
So Lala was there. Yeah. He goes, earmuffs, like cover your ears. And they're
Yeah,
like, no, we're grown women. Like,
right.
say it, or, and he goes, he basically starts like, Katie has always trimmed my armpit hair. And she's just like, okay, kind of like, and so she's like, are you asking me to do that? And he's like, kind of like, yeah. And it is just the most,
And doesn't she say, "Point of no return"?
yeah.
Uh,
Well,
you are.
that was a different thing.
Oh,
That
that was
was
a different conversation.
different conversation. This is that. So at that point, she was like, "No, I'm not going to do that, obviously." And he goes, "Okay, fine." So then after the kiss, he goes to Christina Kelly and Katie's dinner, sits down, takes a piece of their fucking sushi and eats it
Yeah.
after he had just made out with Raquel. And
Right.
Katie had texted him she can't stand him and
Right.
hates him and won't talk to him.
I hate you.
And basically then, is trying to see if they're fine. And that's when Katie goes, like, we're at the point of no return, obviously. But, like, it's just, his lack of awareness is astounding. It's almost like it's almost that, I think it is
He
what,
can't read a room. Is that what you're trying to say?
well, obviously, but I think some of it is like actual weaponized incompetence, where he like knows what he's doing
Oh
and
no.
knows that people knows he's an idiot and
No,
plays off
because
of
he
it and
thinks
sees
it's
what he
cute.
can get away with it.
Right. He thinks it's cute.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
anyway,
and
I
just
mean,
like no repercussions ever for him. And Katie
yeah.
has a really good point. Everyone always defends Tom, and no one ever like defends her or goes out of their way to
Question.
answer.
Am I like in darkness? I mean, I know.
Yeah, you are fading away, but no, it's
So,
not
so,
bad. It's not bad. It's not bad.
oh,
This
because I
is
can
why
turn
we
off.
usually film in the daytime.
Okay. Anyway, let's get back to. I don't want to have that discussion. Katie's a
Yeah,
nightmare. He's an idiot and a
I was
nightmare.
gonna
He's
say,
worse than
yeah,
her.
they
She's
both
bad
suck.
enough. She
Yeah,
may. I'm tired of her.
I'm tired
Okay.
of them both.
Right. All right. Let's go. Next thing is Tom Schwartz. Oh, Tom Schwartz goes into Tom Sandoval's room, and Sandoval's like in bed, but he's up and he's in his clothes and his eyes are closed. He's kind of hung over, and Tom says, I had a dream last night that I made out with Raquel, right?
Oh, as if it didn't happen.
Right, and of course it did, but he wanted to let Tom know it was a dream, and Tom's trying to act like he doesn't really care. He's going, "Oh, really? Okay, great, yeah, all
Right.
right, good," like nothing. So,
Seething.
but you could just
And then
see,
yeah, and then
but it was a setup.
Schwartz, of course, and then Schwartz goes on to go to James and Allie and go like, "What happened last night?" Like some freshman in college who just tried a Mike's Hard Lemonade.
And then the other freshman in college, James,
Oh
who
yeah,
continues to talk about Raquel in front of,
Allie.
uh, yeah, Ali. I was going to give her a name. I'm not sure what the name's going to be at it, but it's pretty much um, Ali Average. That's a good one, Ali Average.
Well,
But Ali
I wouldn't
Average,
call it a good one. I'd call it an alliteration, and that's it.
okay, all right.
But yeah, no, he goes up to them. he kind of plays it off like, what happened? James is like,
Yeah.
what do you mean what happened? You kissed my ex-fiance. And
In
of
front of
course
his current
was
girlfriend.
not forgiving. Yeah, of course, making Allie more and more uncomfortable. And the funny thing about Allie is, like, she's so blatantly obvious, she's so not into James. Like, he literally was, like, looking her in the eyes and being like, I've loved you more than anyone else. And she's, like, looking away, like, okay, whatever. She literally is like, yeah, okay. Like, so it's
I
just like,
mean, it's just so
she's not even,
ridiculous.
I know she's not even hurt by it, but she's like, you're making me look like a fool. And that's
Well,
why.
right, but let me just say this.
She already is making herself a fool.
That's right.
Obviously.
And in her mind, she's getting paid for it because
Mm-hmm.
that girl, I think, is smart enough to know that this
She
guy's
was,
embarrassing her.
well, she was there was a failed reality show that I don't know if it made it through a whole season that was based in the Valley called The Valley, I think.
And she was in it?
Yeah, so it's like this is her deal, so it's like obvious and,
Yeah. She represented Mensa. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly, yeah.
I mean,
Just like Raquel.
I mean, it's bad. Okay. It's bad enough that Raquel put up with James all those years, but in so many ways, we now know why.
Why? I mean, yeah, we
Okay.
can see where
It's
her
because she wanted
morality
to be
is,
out.
yeah.
Right. But this one has seen the show
Well,
and still wants to get into the game, of
yeah,
course.
it's kind of like
And
Britney.
this is her way
It's
of
kind
getting
of
her
like
into.
Britney. You know how Britney, everyone was like, "How can you watch Jax on TV and end up with Jax?" And it's like, well, where she is today is the reason why.
Well, first of all, the answer is 100% yes. And second of all, she wasn't too bright then and she's not too bright now.
Rot in hell.
But rotten hell. Okay. Um, all right. Now, let's go to. Oh, well, no, we'll talk about that after, which is what Lala said on
At
the
Watch What
Andy
Happens.
show.
Yeah.
Okay. But anyway, blah blah blah. Oh no, I think actually, you know what? There's more here. Let me just see. We didn't tell anybody. Oh, yeah, he's still talking about that. Okay, good. Let's get into what's going on. Kind of what we know right now.
Right.
And let's start with this. Number one is that Howie Mandel's daughter has a friend, her husband, her boyfriend, something that's friends with Sandoval, and he got Sandoval on the Howie Mandel
Podcast.
podcast, Talk to Me, Sister.
So I listened to the whole thing, and here are the facts. Howie Mandel doesn't watch the show. He only knows Sandoval off the person. So his not just view, but message was, well, I like you, and I think you're getting a lot of hate that you don't deserve.
Right.
And the daughter says, I do watch the show, and I don't think you deserve, hate and death threats, but you dumb fucked up, So that was essentially it. But Howie was doing a lot of,
Stupid jokes?
not, I mean, there was some jokes. I mean, okay, and there were some times where he was like holding him accountable, obviously, because there were times where he was saying like, that's not okay and that's wrong, obviously. You have to, based off of what Sandoval has done. But at the end of the day, it always went back to this defense of him being treated unfairly and that, he's going through a lot and that he feels sorry for him. And Sandoval used it as a time to not only, what I could pick up on is probably lie about Ariana, what it seemed like, if not heavily exaggerate, which was, here's what he said. He had tried to break up with Ariana a bunch of times. She wouldn't.
I don't know if he said it on the air, but
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
No, he was quoted as saying on Valentine's Day.
No.
No. I'm telling you what I read today.
And I'm telling you, I listened to the entire podcast.
No, sweetie, not on the podcast. Away from the podcast. He said, I tried to break up with her on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, he said that on the podcast too.
Oh, he did? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. No, what I'm saying is he had tried to break up with her a bunch of times before then, that she wouldn't let it happen.
Right.
And that he finally did, which, what you're saying on Valentine's Day, and that there was about a week that they were technically broken up. And then.
But they didn't tell anybody.
Yeah, they didn't tell a single soul.
Right.
And then Ariana also, he brings up that Ariana also talks about the eggs that they had that they had frozen, and she asked if they were going to fertilize them. And he was like, no, like, we just broke up, but like, I don't know. Again, we don't know how truthful he's being. So they were broken up for a week, and then allegedly, and then the show happens, the one where Ariana and Raquel are both at his concert that people got like footage of, and then that's when Ariana saw the No, because Ariana saw
I don't know when she saw the film. That was at their house, I think.
Yeah, that's after Watch What Happens. But no, that was when because regardless, he alleged there was like a week before Ariana found out about all of this and that they were broken up. So he was trying to make it seem like that this transition to the relationship with Raquel was something that they were trying to like wait until it was like more legitimized. But I mean, he still admitted to cheating. At the end of the day, regardless, he was beating around the bush completely. He didn't get permission from any PR or management to do that. So now he's in a lot of heat with them. And he's just such a little prick. That's all I gotta say.
Okay. Now he says that they went to Chicago together December 29th, which is my birthday.
Yeah.
To introduce her to his parents, who refused to see her.
Right.
And so he pawned her off on friends of his while he visited his parents, I guess.
Which is just...
Because he was doing some sort of gig in Chicago, which I don't know what bad taste club, is hiring him.
Yeah. One he's paying for.
Wait, excuse me. I'm so stupid. St. Louis with the parents? No,
I have no idea.
No, it's St. Louis.
So
he's
Missouri.
From St. Louis. He's from St. Louis. He went home to St. Louis, introduced her. They wouldn't talk to her. Then he went to Chicago to do a gig, a musical gig with her, but she did not go to it because she didn't want to be seen.
Of course.
And that was December 29th, 22. We all discovered this supposedly in March, and he claims it was a, what kind of secret?
Open secret. That's what Schwartz said.
An open secret that other people knew, which we all know. Nobody knew, or it would be blabbed all around that show. Like, wow.
Yeah, the only openness was that allegedly Allie saw them at the Abbey, back in like September, October, or something like that. Which is like, at that point, that's
Well, if that's really true, she did. She either told James. Well,
she definitely told James, but James
could never. I can't believe it. I don't believe that for two.
He couldn't wait. Who knows?
He couldn't wait. He couldn't wait unless he went to the producers.
Maybe.
And said, "Listen."
And they said, "We'll wait it out.
Give me $100,000, and I will not spill." No, right?
Me knowing
I won't
him.
spill these beans.
Yeah.
All right.
Which he eats every morning, beans and toast. That British fuck.
Yeah. Okay. So now we get down to
Lala.
Talk to me about Lala.
So she,
the house.
Oh yeah. So this was something interesting. So now she has a house in Palm Springs, right? Something I put.
She bought a house. She bought a house in Palm Springs. It says a mansion. First of all, Palm Springs ain't cheap. No. I'm not saying it's, but compared to here, it's very cheap. But 1.35 is not going to, I don't think, maybe I'm wrong these days, but I don't know if it gets you a mansion down there. It's going to get you a nice house.
I don't know. Yeah, very nice house. I mean, yeah, I don't know what's considered a mansion anymore, but mansion's considered $4 million over here, or $5 million.
I don't even know what the term mansion.
The mansion tax that
that's
being implemented is $5 million and up.
Okay, but I think.
But anyway, she gets this Palm Springs house First thing I remember is
Am
that
I
guy
even? Can you? I don't care because I really don't. But can you even see me?
doesn't matter. So stop
Okay, go ahead.
interrupting.
Go ahead.
You know,
Can I get
it's
it?
so
If I
funny.
get
You
into
no
your
no no no.
screen,
You stop the show. You stop the show to talk about how we're talking over each other and how we're gonna stop doing that. And you've been worse more than ever this episode.
well, because I forget. Go ahead.
Yeah. So she gets this Palm Springs house. First thing I think about, this is my 5th time saying it, the guy that she hooks up with in wherever they go, Vegas, I think. No, it wasn't Vegas. Yeah, it was Vegas. No, where did they? Yeah,
Yeah,
wherever.
I think.
Yeah,
Oh
they all
no,
went to. No, it was.
Colorado,
They went to Vegas. Then they went to like it was like
the
New
lake, the
Mexico.
lake. No, the lake. They went to the
Yeah,
stupid
something
lake
like
there,
that.
lake. Where all the kids
Wherever. But
go.
yeah, Lala meets that guy who says he's from LA and then says he's from Palm Springs, and that's the first thing I think of. I go, Lala, are you following him?
I mean, look. I mean,
Well,
we
I
have
don't
no
know.
idea. Complete conjecture. But here's what I will say.
Yeah.
She's assuming she still has court up in L.A. You know, the child support issue and all that.
Maybe, but it's probably over. It could be over Zoom too.
Her business and friends typically are up
Yeah,
that way.
like I don't know the purpose.
So is it because of him, which again wouldn't surprise me, but
No,
or is
it
it,
can't
hey,
be.
my money goes a very long way down in Palm Springs versus L.A., which
It
is
has
true,
to be that.
and so I'm going down there.
It has to be, or
And
just
second
something
of
we don't
all,
know yet.
well, no, second of all, not that I think he's going to object, although in court, who knows what. She's quite a bit distance from the baby daddy.
I know.
So anyway, we'll find out at some point, but that's an interesting
Yeah. So
factoid.
she was on Watch What Happens. You know, did some explaining, some mostly when Lala goes on there, it's all about Lala. And so basically she was she brought up with Andy, and now that we're learning, there's a conversation between Ariana and Raquel that's coming up soon, where Ariana confides Raquel in basically saying, I think Sandoval's cheating on me. And Raquel essentially says, like, if that's the case, I'll be here for you. And, yeah, that kind of thing.
Oh, really? I did not know that.
Yeah. So that's what we're expecting. But again, that's, like you said, everything's being given away. So when we watch it, like, it's like we'll have nothing new.
Bravo's not stupid. So explain.
So there has to be more, or yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
What I do know is you look like you're in the Skinnamarink house now. So
In the what house?
Skinnamarink, it's that horror movie about the kids trapped in the house. If a
I
lot of
actually,
people will get that
I
reference.
actually liked it. I think this is pretty cool.
You think you look cool? You think
I
you
don't
look
think
like
I
a
look
cool
cool.
guy?
No, I just think the idea of a podcast where you could hardly see one of the hosts is kind of cool. Right?
Well, at least it's, the not the hot one. So, because
Right.
if it were me, we would lose our audience.
All right, listen. We've got one more show you think that was already in the can before the two that they did?
I don't even know at this point because they're doing a really bad job at publicizing the timeline here.
Well, the claim is they did 2 episodes.
I know, but then we keep getting more and more. So we'll have to wait and see. But what I do know is that reunion better be before the summer, or else there will be a riot.
Okay, I heard June now. It was going to be the first week of May.
Andy Cohen, if I see you on the street, you will be confronted.
Yeah, Andy hangs back east, I think. He's very, very seldom out here.
Yeah, well, that's for right reason.
All right, listen, it's getting a little dark here.
Yeah, you're disappearing. So we'll catch you on the flip, all right, buds? I'll talk to you. Oh, well, I will tell them first.
There you go.
talktayapod@gmail.com. Email us. Talk to Ya Podcast is our Instagram. Talk to Ya Pod is our Twitter and TikTok. And we're on the Anchor, Spotify platform. We're on the Apple Podcast platform. We're on the all of the platforms that you could think of. I'm on my high horse. That's a platform, I'd say.
Oh, yeah. Okay. And I'm on my platform shoes, which I used to wear when I was in the real estate business in 1973.
You sure need them, Shorty. All right.
All
I
right.
love you.
Listen, love you,
I'll talk to you.
and I'll talk to you.
All right. Bye.
Bye bye, honey. Okay, Boo. Love you. Talk to you.
Love you. Talk to you.